everybody, John McClellan here, ATX Hot Sauce. That's atxhotsauce.com. Welcome back to the channel if you're returning. For all of our new viewers, make sure you subscribe below. Got some exciting news today. We're going to be starting a new series on a playlist on quick tips on fermentation, 30-second to 2-minute videos with just some different things that I do when I'm fermenting peppers and fruits and vegetables for our hot sauce. We're going to talk about how to cap a fermentation, some of the things I do. We're going to talk about the different kinds of salts out there and the percentages of brine that you should use. We're going to talk about, hey, how do you put those labels on those bottles without the air pockets? We're going to show you some tips on that. How do you put those shrink foil wraps on the top? It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for the first one. All right, welcome back. This is Quick Tips on Fermentation, a little series that we're doing. This is the first one. I'm going to talk about how you cap your brine, some different things to do. You know, some people use weights, some people use plastic bags. I have a little bit different direction that I like to take mine. But if we're going to talk about capping a fermentation, well, one of my favorite things to do is experiment, right? Experiment with new fermentations and new stuff. So I've got some gorgeous habaneros, some orange habaneros here, and some frozen cranberries. It is the holiday season right now while we're making this video. So we're going to put those together in the fermentation and see how they do. And then we'll talk about how you cap the fermentation. As always, when I make a batch of fermentation, we have the batch book, right? And I've got all of my different recipes in here. One of the things that's really important is when you make a fermentation, it could sit there for 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. The stuff you put into it, you're not going to remember what it is. So you got to write it down. So that's what we do every time we make a fermentation, whether it's just for fun or whatever. You never know when that new great sauce is going to be created, and you want to be able to recreate it. So I've got my book here, right? So we're going to start out with 50 grams of frozen cranberries right here. And we've got 215 grams of habaneros. We're going to do a 3.5% brine in this. First thing, let's get these chopped up. All right, got my peppers chopped. Now, one of the tips I'm going to give you right now, we're just doing a small fermentation batch. But what I like to do is finely chop the vegetables or the fruit here. And then on the very top of the fermentation, I'm going to put a more larger cut. So when you put your weight or whatever you have to cap it with, it doesn't slide out on each side of it. But we're going to start out with some cranberries first, right? These are frozen cranberries. 'Tis the season. I'm going to add those in right there. And that was 50 grams. And then we're going to add in some of these chopped habaneros. And these are finely chopped. All right, we're going to get those all down in there. Let's get them smashed in there. We've sanitized all that. And if you want to know more about sanitization, go check out one of the videos in the playlist down below. All right, I think I've got enough in there. Those are the finely chopped ones. Got the cranberries on the bottom. I always like to put those high sugar ones on the very, very bottom. Then we got some coarse chopped ones here, just split in two. Those are going to be right on the top, right? Now, what a lot of people do is they'll put a weight right here to keep everything down, right? If you don't have these weights, here's a little tip for you. You can take an onion, make sure you get a one that's about the same size as the opening of your jar, right? You cut it into a strip just like this, place it right on the top, and push it down. Bam. Now you've got a lid for it. Now, we're going to add a 3.5% brine to this, all the way to the top. We're going to put the lid on it right here after it's been sanitized, and we're also going to put an airlock on that. Then we're going to go put it in a cool, dark place. Now make sure when you put these airlocks on that you add some kind of fluid here. You can do a brine, or I like to do John's vodka. So we'll add the vodka right on top of here, and voila, we're done. All right, that's how I like to cap my small fermentations. Just put a little bit of onion on top, or if you have the weights, you can do that. Hey, listen. Got some great videos for you to watch, these quick tips on fermentation. Check out the playlist. Subscribe below if you like it. We'll see you next time.